Let's make some giant bows. For this project, all you're going to need is one sheet of cardstock or scrapbook paper that's 12 inches by 12 inches. You're going to cut that sheet of cardstock into 9 1-inch strips. And then 3 of the strips you're going to cut down so that they're only 10 inches. And then 2 of the strips you're going to cut down so that they're 8 inches. And then from here, the process is the same for every single one of those strips that you just created. You're going to fold the strip in half, and then for each of the halves of the strip, you're going to put a little dab of hot glue and then fold the end of the strip into the middle of the fold. When you get to the middle part of the fold, you're going to want to make sure that the 2 ends don't end up looking like this. You don't want those edges facing the same direction. You want each side going a different direction, which ends up making a line like this across the strip. And then you're going to fold every single one of those strips the exact same way so that each of the ends are folded inwards and the ends create this line across the middle until all 9 of your strips are folded in the exact same way. The tighter that you make those folds, the more sharp the points will be on your bow. If you make the folds a little bit looser, your bow will just have a little bit more of a curved feel rather than a pointed feel. They're both cute. It's just totally personal preference. Then once all of your folds are done, it's time to start assembling the bow. So you're going to start with the largest pieces, and using hot glue, you'll just adhere the 2 together. And the next 2, you'll do kind of in a cross pattern and glue those on as well. So once you have all the base pieces, it'll start looking something like this. Then you're going to move to the 10-inch strips. You're going to continue to add hot glue and then add in those 10-inch folds. You want to kind of place them where the gaps are in the bow you're creating. It will help create a really filled in final product. So you can see here we're kind of filling in those spaces. Once you have all the 10-inch strips glued in, it's time to adhere the 8-inch strips. For these, you'll glue the first one in the same way, but it'll leave kind of a space in the middle. For that last piece, you'll want to fold it together, add a little hot glue on the bottom, and then turn it in the opposite direction that you glued the other 8-inch piece down. It sounds kind of confusing, but once you start doing it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And this is what your finished bow ends up looking like. I'm in love with the way these bows turned out. Thanks so much for hanging out. And follow along for more creative inspo.